Today, we are travelling to Scotland. Up first is Finnick Glen, the Devil's Pulpit. This breathtaking 70-foot deep gorge is hidden under a small stone bridge that you'll cross before entering the picturesque village of Croftermere. Folk say druid rituals and secret meetings took place here. A daunting deep crevice with towering cliffs and hidden alleyways. Emerald green moss covers the walls. Water flows through the red sandstone resembling a river of blood. Edinburgh is often named among the world's most beautiful cities, offering a rich history with a medieval old town and Georgian grace-filled new town. This spectacular capital is enveloped by 7 hills, with its famous Royal Mile framed by Edinburgh Castle and the magnificent Holyrood Palace. The 11th century castle is a world-renowned Scottish icon, sitting atop an extinct volcano. It's witnessed everything from royal ceremonies, lavish feasts and the birth of a king, to savage battles, ruthless politics and the deaths of queens. Be enchanted by the dazzling crown jewels. Discover Mons Meg, a medieval siege gun, as well as the Stone of Destiny and the 1 o'clock gun. The largest of the Inner Hebrides, the Isle of Skye, is an absolutely mesmerising Scotland destination. Its soaring jade-covered mountains, dramatic sea cliffs that touch down to seashell-strewn stretches of sand, unique rock formations and waterfalls that crash into the deep blue waters of the Atlantic. Explore the Isle by taking a walk around the Quran or hiking up to the summit. After all that hiking, relax with a refreshingly cool dip in the crystalline waters of the Glen Brittle fairy pools. For those of you that seek danger, let's visit Scotland's most famous loch and catch a glimpse of its legendary Loch Ness monster, Nessie. Explore the 750-foot deep lake, keeping an eye out for the mythical creature. Hike around the lake shore and visit the ruins of Urquhart Castle. Climb Grand Tower, which watches over the iconic loch. Peer into a miserable prison cell, said to have held the legendary Gaelic bard Donald Donn. Chat to locals in the splendid Great Hall and learn about the legends of the country's most mysterious sea creature. Cairngorms National Park is the largest national park in the UK, a true mountain wilderness. It boasts some of the most beautiful lochs and rivers, native forests, farmland and moorland, as well as being a stronghold for Scotland's wildlife. Miles of trails allow visitors to explore the region. A ranger recommended walking around Loch Mach, as well as taking in the view from the top of the nearly 4,300-foot Ben Macdui. With a glint in his eye, he also told me to watch out for the big grey man, the Scottish Bigfoot. The Orkney Islands drift off the north coast of Scotland. Their miles of rocky coastline is teeming with wildlife, home to puffin and sea colonies, giant Arctic seabirds and dolphins. The World Heritage listed islands are also famous for their fascinating array of Neolithic monuments, stone circles and tombs, including the standing stones of Stenness, 4 giant megaliths that may be the oldest henge site in the British Isles, believed to be part of an original ring of 12 that date back from the 3rd millennium BC. Orkney's most famous landmark, the Old Man of Hoy, is an imposing 450-foot sea stack on the island of Hoy, carved from layer upon layer of old red sandstone. In 1750, it was depicted as a headland, but 70 years later the stormy seas had carved the rock into a stack and an arch, with the 2 legs giving it the name of Old Man. Glencoe Valley is epic, with its forbidding mountains, tumbling waterfalls and glistening lochs. Fronted by the pristine expanse of Loch Leven and overshadowed by the pinnacles of the Three Sisters mountain range, as well as the cone-like pap of Glencoe. Walkers and climbers are drawn from all corners of the globe to tackle its vast mountaineering routes, including 8 munros. The third largest whirlpool in the world is the incredible natural phenomenon known as Corryvreckan, which lies between the Isles of Jura and Scarborough. This natural power, combined with strong Atlantic currents, produce an especially intense tidal race when the flood tide enters the narrow area between the two islands. Speeds of up to 10 miles per hour meet deep holes and rising pinnacles, which come together and create whirlpools, standing waves, and an array of other surface effects. Barra is the most southerly of the inhabited islands in the Outer Hebrides. A unique experience, especially the landing if you arrive by air. Travor is a 1-mile stretch of sand that serves as the world's only beach airport. At high tide, the runway disappears beneath the waves. Head to Tangsdale Beach and enjoy jaw-dropping sunsets along with powdery sand and deep azure waters, framed by low emerald headlands and jet black rocks. Labelled as Scotland in miniature, the Isle of Arran is only 166 square miles in size. It boasts postcard-like sandy beaches, abundance of wildlife, towering mountains and magnificent castles, fishing villages and some of the most friendly locals you'll ever meet. Around just about every corner, there are more and more awe-inspiring views. The soaring peak of Ben Nevis is not only Scotland's highest point, but the highest mountain top in the entire United Kingdom. Hiking, climbing and scrambling up its steep face is considered one of the country's greatest challenges, though hikers up to the task will be rewarded with some of the most spectacular views in Scotland. The vista stretches from the Grampian Mountains towards the distant Glencoe and the Atlantic coast. On an especially clear day, even Northern Ireland comes into view. Loch Lomond was once roamed by legendary outlaw Rob Roy McGregor. Visitors are drawn here by tales and poems inspired by local legends and the romantic landscape. In the heart of the park is Loch Lomond, the Queen of Scottish lakes according to author Walter Scott, the largest lake in Britain. At the south end of the loch is Ballach Castle. Locals tell me not to stay after dark. Located on the uninhabited island of Staffa, Fingal's Cave is 72 feet high and 270 feet deep. But what makes this sea cave such a standout visually is its unique cathedral-like structure and hexagonal columns of basalt, shaped in neat six-sided pillars. The Shetland Islands are irresistible, with chocolate box villages as charming as the island's native miniature ponies and blend of Scottish and Nordic cultures. Famous for its unspoiled beaches, diverse wildlife and archaeological sites. Locals say the best time to come is in January, because that's when the Isles host up Heliar, a fire festival that pays homage to their Viking heritage. If you miss the train at 9 3/4 platform, I know a place to catch the train, to Hogwarts. Join Harry, Hermione and Ron and eat a chocolate frog as you enjoy some of the best sights in Scotland upon the Hogwarts Express. Cited as inspiration for the Disney film Brave, the third largest and one of the grandest stone circles in the UK can be found in Orkney. The Ring of Brodgar dates back to around 2500 to 2000 BC. An iconic feature of the island, its existence still remains a mystery. The stone ring was built in a true circle, a little over 340 feet wide. Although it is thought to have originally contained 60 megaliths. Today, only 27 stones remain. Melrose Abbey is a ruined monastery. The surviving remains of the church date back to the early part of the 15th century, and its interesting history offers visitors a strong sense of romance. An unopened casket containing King Robert the Bruce's heart lay in Edinburgh until 1998, when it was buried again on June 22nd at Melrose Abbey. The abbey is also known for its multitude of carved decorative details, including likeness of saints, dragons, gargoyles and plants. Locals declare a buried treasure will appear one day to a true Scottish heir. Lascantire Beach on the Isle of Harris, named one of the best beaches in the world by National Geographic. White sands sit at the edge of turquoise waters. Solitude, relaxation and nature are your companions here. Your eyes will catch glimpses of wild ponies grazing along the dunes, otters, seals and dolphins dancing in the waves, eagles diving for prey, and deer pruning the lush green fields. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I will be adding more videos weekly. Thank you. Diolch.